And finally tonight, we continue our look ahead to some big outdoor plans this spring because a lot of Western New Yorkers are ready to put this winter behind us, myself included. And right now, we want to focus on one of the historic and recreational pillars of our area, the Erie Canal. It, of course, runs all the way from Albany to here in Buffalo, and it has got some beautiful trails to enjoy along the way. And joining us live now is Paul Steely White. He's the Executive Director of Parks and Trails New York. Paul, thanks so much for joining us at 5:30.
Hey, thanks for having me on, Mary Alice.
Oh, you're very welcome, Paul. We know that you're putting out the word about this year's Canal Clean Sweep that's happening next month. But before we talk about how everyone can join in and help, tell us first what you have planned for this year's cleanup.
Well, this year is very special. We're all coming back from the pandemic and people are really eager to get out there. We're anticipating a huge season on the Empire State Trail as a whole, and certainly the section of the Erie Canalway right around Buffalo is in fact the busiest part of the whole 750-mile Empire State Trail. So it's getting a lot of love. And so we're really looking forward to seeing people out in droves, biking, walking, running, however people love to enjoy this world famous asset that we now have. But because of all that love, right, we also want to make sure we're taking care of it. And so that's what Canal Clean Sweep is all about on Earth Day.
Absolutely, Paul. You briefly mentioned COVID, which shut down everything down really 3 years ago, and that drove a lot of people to the parks and trails and other outdoor activities rather than staying inside. Has that been reflected in use of the Empire State Trail and the Canalway Trail system? I'm guessing that's kind of playing a role in the need for this cleanup.
Oh, it's so spot on. It was such a valuable asset during COVID for people to have that there for everyone's physical health, mental health. I know for me and my family, it was just a godsend. And we're seeing that usage continue even now that we're coming out of the pandemic. I think people were really discovering that we have this world-class, Greenway Trail network here in New York, especially around Buffalo. So it's really something that, people around the world are coming to do as tourism. But I think we as New Yorkers are still maybe waking up to we have this right in our own front yard. So certainly, I think we're going to see record numbers this year. We're already starting to see that with the counts we're doing in and around the Greenway. The section around Tonawanda, in fact, sees upwards of 300,000 visitors every year. So we expect to break that this year.
Yeah, I'm one of them, Paul. I am 100% a big fan. In a moment, we're going to show on the screen your map to find events for this year's Clean Sweep. Talk a little bit more about when and where things are happening, your need for volunteers, and how people can register to help.
Yes, thank you so much. So yeah, Canal Clean Sweep is the event. It's New York's largest Earth Day cleanup event, so it's a big deal on April 22nd. We do it in concert with the New York State Canal Corporation and our supporters from National Grid and Wegmans. And if this year is the same as it's been in years past, we will see upwards of 3,000 volunteers, 100 events, and collecting 1,500 bags of debris and garbage from around the canalway. So if you're not participating as a volunteer, and we certainly hope you do, if you see folks out there working hard, please give them a shout of support. We are still taking events. If you want to host an event or you want to attend an existing planned event, everything you need to know is right there on the webpage. And I have that address, or do you want to say it, or should I say it?
No, you go right ahead and do that.
Okay. Yeah, it's PTNY, P as in Paul, TNY, ptny.org. /clean sweep. So ptny.org/clean sweep.
That's really great. Again, as one of the users, and it really makes me kind of swell with pride to see that we've got this beautiful trail now along our beautiful canal to kind of live that whole experience. And I'm assuming you encourage people to play the role and keep things clean as they're walking around, and now we know how to reach out to you. I'm just being told we're out of time, Paul, but I want to thank you so much, Paul Steely White. He's the Executive Director of Parks and Trails New York. Paul, we're going to check in after the sweep next month to see how everything went, all right?
Thank you, Mary Alice. Delightful to be on.
Great, same here, thank you.